Okay, peeps, what's up to the people? Mic check, mic check. Let me make sure I'm in here. Peace to the people. Mic check, mic check. Okay, we flowing. What's up? State your name, put it in the comment section, put it in the chat room. Alright, let me do some shares, let me do some invites. Get yourself situated, listen to the music a little bit, and dissect that body right there. Peace to you. What up? So we definitely about to have a good time. You already know what it's hitting for. 747, 24/7, 361 degrees. Shout out to my 1221s. I love you, you love me. Me is we. Alright, so I'm setting up shop real quick. Rock out with me. Peace to everybody. What's up? State your name, put it in the chat room, put it in the comment section. I'm doing my best to do some invites right now and do some shares. So I do want to talk about a couple things. I definitely want to talk about a couple things. What's up, Miss Camouflage Rose? I see you in the building. Thank God you in here. Thank God you in here. What's up? How is life? How is life? So everything is pretty decent. That's all I gotta say. I got a chance to get the copy machine inside the house. Oh my God. If I tell y'all what it took to get that thing inside the house, y'all gonna say, really? It's like an elephant in the room, for real, for real. Yo, that copy machine is an elephant in a room, for real, for real. Oh man, I had to stop. I had to stop my invites and everything, man, to talk about that. Peace. So we got something going on. I want to let y'all know something really is good going on. All right, we got some festivities coming up, and actually we just got the family coming together. And shout out to you if you picking up your water right now and you know what it's hitting for in the 90-day water fast. Yeah, we still drinking the same water. Real talk. We still drinking the same water. So shout out to you. This is actually day 27 of the 90-day water fast. So peace to everybody that's committed, staying strong to the 90-day water fast. I know it's hard. I know it's getting hard. I know you want to just drink some juice right now or some soda right now. But just stay strong. That's all I gotta say. Stay strong. So I definitely got a good build for y'all. Shout out to everybody that's coming in. What's up, Miss Sheila? You know we got the printer in the house. Yo, look, I gotta get a converter to plug it up, but otherwise than that, it's cool. Shout out to you. Thank you for helping making that happen with the printer. When I made the phone call, you was there, honey. Thank you, Miss Sheila. Thank you, Miss Sheila. Real talk. It was a lot of people that was there, man. A lot of people that was there to answer the phone call. So shout out to you. I appreciate everybody. Real talk. For making all this happen. Making a lot of things happen. That's all I gotta say. Another shout out I gotta give is to Miss Portia, Sister Portia. I gotta give a shout out to Sister Portia. Okay, and the foundation camp. I gotta give a shout out to Sister Portia and the foundation camp. I gotta give a shout out to both of them. All right, her and the whole squad. I gotta give a shout out to everybody. Why is that? Because as you see, things are running smooth right now with the live feed. Things are running smooth with the broadcast. Thank God. Yo, things are running smooth with the broadcast. Now, I had a problem with the computer today, and somebody reached out to me and gave me a donation, and I didn't even ask for it. And I was able to fix the computer, and now I can just run the broadcast a little bit more smoother. So shout out to everybody that's helping making this happen. It's a lot of people helping making this happen. I didn't even ask for that. That sister hit me. Like, what is your cash app? Boom, hit me. And she actually hit the movement. She actually helped all of us because all I did was reinvested the money. So yeah, I had a problem with this computer. I had some things going on with it. So thank you, Sister Portia and the foundation camp for holding the Messiah Code down and the movement of melanated people itself. All right, thank you. So I got a lot of things I want to talk about with this bill in reference to the codex and what it's all about. I'm always going to give y'all something about the codex. Every time I build, every time I have some form of discussion, it's going to be in relation to the codex. Now, somebody asked me, they say, well, what is the codex? I don't understand. Why you say it has to be about the codex? Well, the codex, it deals with the tree, okay? We're talking about the family tree in connection to the family tree. That's man, woman, and child. Man, woman, and child. So when you see that body right there, you actually seeing a representation of the family tree. Okay? So we say all tree in one. All tree in one. That's man, woman, and child. All tree in one. And this literally, this body became a network of awareness, of spiritual awareness. That's what this body became, a network of spiritual awareness. All right, so it's a code that's associated with this body right here. It's literally a code that's associated with this body. What's up, Miss Majestic Magic? I see you in here. It's a code that's associated with this body. That's what I want to let y'all know. And it's in connection to 1 and 31. Everything that flows in between 1 and 31. So it represents a cycle. It represents a cycle within itself. And the cycle represents a body and a conscious state of awareness. Shout out to Sister Jasmine. All right. So as y'all know, we planning in an event that's going to happen June 1st, 2019 of your Gregorian calendar. Mark your calendars. We are going to be in Newport Beach, California. Ladies and gentlemen, gods and goddesses, kings and queens, emperors and empresses. Shout out to you. You are going to be in Newport Beach, California on June 1st, 2019 of the Gregorian calendar. Shout out to the Messiah Skull, pardon me. Shout out to the Messiah Code Squad movement. Shout out to the Dracula Squad. Shout out to the Purple Heart Squad. Shout out to the Foundation. Shout out to the Divine Minds. I appreciate everybody supporting the movement as a whole. Okay, so Yeah, you are going to be in Newport Beach, California. Lord willing. You already know what it's hitting for. We got a lot of stuff going on. And I will talk about the festivities at the end of the build. All right? I'll talk about the festivities of the pilgrimage vacation. That is what it's called. It's called the pilgrimage vacation. So hopefully you'll get your ticket to the pilgrimage vacation. All right? Look at this. On a hush, I just got a ticket for $100 to on a hush, I just got a ticket to LA for $100. Ask LaMel where you got it from. On a hush, I just got a plane ticket for $100. Shh. On a hush, I just got a plane ticket for $100. You gonna say I can't afford to go, LaMel? You stupid. You stupid. That means stupid in Spanish, homeboy. Yo, I think everybody can afford to go if you dot your I's and cross your T's. To be honest, I'm gonna keep it real. I'm gonna keep it 1,000. Yo, I just copped a ticket. I'm gonna show y'all for $101.56. Oh yeah, because I know how this stuff works. You know, I'll give y'all the phone number. And y'all tell them, I want to pay this. Just say that. Don't say what they want to say. Just say, I want to pay this. I think this is reasonable. Come back and forth. I'll give y'all the phone number. Real talk. And y'all go banana boats with it. Y'all can go banana boats with it. Shout out to everybody. You said April 1st, the day my mom went to heaven. That's deep. That's deep because that was the first day I arrived in California too. On April, it was actually May. It was May. It was the last day. It was the last day of March. It was the last day of March. But yeah, listen, y'all. I just got a ticket for $100. Say you can't get a ticket. I'll give you the number. You can just tell them what you want to pay. And guess what? You'll get a ticket for the low ski. For the low ski. Yeah, Newport Beach, California. We will be there June 1st through June 7th, 2019 of the Gregorian calendar. We will have a spectacular event. We will be going to the top of the world at Laguna Hills. You already know. We will be going there. We're going to be doing all types of stuff. Hopefully you're going to be there, Miss Camouflage Rose. Where you been at? 313 Solar Prime Supreme. Where you been at? You already know what it's hitting for. Shout out to everybody that's coming in the building. All right, so let me talk about the build if y'all want some knowledge real quick. If y'all want some knowledge, I'm going to build on this knowledge real quick. We're going to build on the 10, the 23, and the 27. All right. We're going to touch a lot of things on here. All right. So shout out to everybody that's going to come in the building. Let's go with the build. All right. So it's a certain thing that I want to let y'all know, you know, in reference to the codex. As I said time and time and time and time again. It's those that pick the red pill. It's those that picked the blue pill, and it's those that chose the purple pill. Shout out to all the Purple Heart soldiers in the building. You already know what it's hitting for. 747, 24/7, 361 degrees. So shout out to you. Okay, so they asked me again, time and time again, LaMel, what pill should I choose, LaMel? What pill should I choose? Well, you can make the decision on your life. It's up to you. It's not up to me. It's up to you. But it comes a time where you literally have to wake up from that sleep. It's going to come one time or another. You're going to have to wake up from that sleep. If not, you're going to be lost in the sauce. You literally going to be lost in the sauce. That's all I can say. All right. So, yeah, pay attention to what's going on, y'all. Pay attention to really what's going on. It's about that purple pill. It's about making the sacrifice. It's about being willing to do what you got to do to make this happen. It's about that. That's what it's truly about. Real talk. The purple heart represents those that took the purple pill and not the blue pill or the red pill. Represents that you willing to take the sacrifice. You willing to make the sacrifice instead of sacrifice those that you love when you took the red pill. Or just walk around in forgetfulness like you just forget every goddamn thing because you took the blue pill. Alright? So, it's figuratively speaking. It's not even like that. But we literally in the matrix for real. We literally in the mainframe consciousness for real. It doesn't matter what you talking about, homeboy. We literally in the mainframe. This life and existence is like that of a computer. Shout out to Sister Portia. I just bigged you up. Because you know why? It's because of you. I'm able to do this today. Alright? Because the sponsorship you sent me, I was able to fix the computer. And I'm able to run this broadcast smoothly. So shout out to you, sister. You helped make this happen. You helped make this happen. I couldn't do it without you today, to be honest. I couldn't do this live feed that I'm doing without Sister Portia. Alright? So shout out to everybody that knows what it is, that knows what's going on. Alright? I mean that. I mean that. So I needed you, sister. You came through. I didn't even want to really ask for it like that. But you really helped me fix this computer today. So now I'm able to do this live feed and I'm able to slaughter it, honey. I'm able to slaughter it. Real talk. Shout out to Camouflage Rose. If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't even been able to come up with half of the codex, to be honest, if it wasn't for her holding me down at certain points of time. Real talk. If it wasn't for her holding me down, I needed real confirmation at times. I needed y'all, man. I need y'all in so many ways, just like y'all need me. Me is we. That is our symbol right there. That is our symbol. The female and the male all together in one. Me is we. All right. So that's what it's hitting for. I mean that. So yeah, we got people that took the purple pill here. People that took the purple pill. You say, really? Yeah, they took the purple pill and they decided to do some things with life. Yeah, decided to be the willing sacrifice for all of us. All right? Willing to be the sacrifice for all of us. Let me build. Let me build real quick. Let me build. Look, so the power is in the palm of our hands. That's all I got to say. The power is literally in the palm of our freaking hands. And what we going to do with the power? Ladies and gentlemen, gods and goddesses, kings and queens, emperors and empresses. What are we going to do with the power that's in our hands? Hopefully we can reach out and touch somebody with it. Somebody that needs it. All right, real talk. Okay, so now we're going to build on the strength that's within. And it's somebody that I want to talk about in here, that's Samson. I'm going to talk about Samson. You say, really? Samson, that's a fictional story, Lamel. It's not. It's really the son of the sun, but it's really Sham's sons. It's saying the same thing over and over again. All right? So this is what I'm telling y'all. We're going to go with the inner sun within, the light that you see within, because we're going to concentrate on the number 23 today. We're going to concentrate on the number 23 today because I'm going to concentrate with the light within. All right, we talking about Samson, Sham's son, the son of the sun. All right, or the daughter of the sun, literally, or the sun, because the woman is the sun or the center. That's why I want to let y'all know. Sometimes people get it twisted when they say sun. No, listen, Sin is a deity in ancient Arabia They call it Sin or Nana, all right, which is a moon deity, right? But Sin is also Sin or center. This is what I want to let y'all know. She is the center. So if I say Samson, I'm saying the son of the woman. So don't play me out, homeboy. The same way that Jesus was, or you want to say the Messiah was the son of the woman. He was a Messiah, literally, figuratively speaking, that was the son of a woman. All right, so let's build. Let's literally build on here. So we're going to focus on the number 23. All right, and we're going to focus also on the fact that you know, it's about the 616. It's always about the 616. I'm gonna break this down real quick. It's always about the 616. Trust me on that. The lion's den, the den that you gotta fight in, the den of lions, the opposition and the challenge that you gotta go through in life. It's literally all about that, and this will make you strong than ever. Listen, I told people this. I said, man, y'all in God's army. Everybody here is literally in God's army. Now, God had 3 type of people that was in his army, and all of them had the name Sam. You said, really? They all had the name Sam. Okay, you had one that was in God's army that was Samson. Yeah, the nigga had strength. He had brute strength. He was knocking people out and killing people with his strength. Able to knock out 1,000 people with his strength, with his martial arts moves and everything, with his strength. That's how Samson was. That was one Sam that was in God's army. Then you had another Sam that was in God's army. That was Samuel. Yeah, that was the smart person. That was the priest. He was the thinker. He was the one that appointed people kings. He made people kings. He was like, yo, you know what? I think you should be king. And he crowned people and he made them kings. And he was the smart person to make people do that because he was in God's army in reference to using the crown. So that was another Sam. All right, listen to the build, how I'm striking this on here. So now you got one Sam that deals with strength, right? And then you got another Sam that deals with the mind. And then you had Sema, which means the poison. Poison, those are L. Yeah, you had another Sam, bow, Uncle Sam. Uncle Sam that's recruiting you into an army just to kill every and anybody. He don't know if he killing for God or if he killing for the devil. He just killing. That's Uncle Sam. Bow. So you had 3 Sams. You had one Sam that was related to the strength, God's strength. Then you had one Sam that was related to God's mind, the way God led you in the mind. And then you had another Sam that was related to just bucking niggas and just killing every and anything in your way, in the path. All right. So this was all about your strength and how you're going to utilize your strength. Okay. Pardon me, y'all, for 1 second. Check this out. Read this. This is the 616 right here. Delilah. I told people about Delilah, the liars that say that you don't got the strength, that say you ain't a Messiah. You see that? Y'all see that? It says Delilah. This is the 616. I told people look at things like a square, man. Please look at these numbers like a square. We can easily unravel the code in so many ways. We can literally easily unravel the code in so many ways if y'all look and operate through the square. Y'all seeing through a square right now through your TV screen or through your cell phone. It looks like a square. So this is what I'm saying. It's easy literally to operate through the square. So yeah, the rabbit hole runs deep. So now we talk about Sam. We talk about the inner strength that you have. Think about it. Sam had to do something like this. He had to hold a book in his hand all day. Samson had to hold water in his hand all day. Water. And you say, really? Yeah, that got him strong when he was holding God's book in his hand. When he was holding God's book in his hand all day and reading God's book. Y'all wonder how Samson got so strong. Real talk. Y'all say how Samson got so strong, how he was endowed with so much strength, because he was picking up God's book. And when you pick up God's book all day long, you endow with the word, and then the word just manifests in your biceps. It manifests in your biceps. It connects with your biceps. Literally, it does. It does. Go pick up a book and hold it for a long time. Watch your biceps start developing. You're going to say, dag, Lamel, I can pick up anything now. Yeah, that's how God was trying to develop your mind and also your strength at the same time, by picking up a book. All right, real talk. So we're going to build on here, and we focusing on the number 23. So the number 23 is related to the number 20. The number 23 is called the Cyclops in the Messiah code. Y'all know that, right? The number 23 is called the Cyclops in the Messiah code. All right, it's the 23. It looks like a square and it has a dot in the middle. All right, so this is important, what I want to let y'all know about the number 23 and how I'm going to give y'all this build on here. So phenomenal. All right, number 23 has a twin in the Messiah code. You said, really? Yeah, it has a twin, because it's the Cyclops, really the one eye. Remember I told y'all God only gave y'all 120. So if God only gave y'all 120 or 120 degrees, remember that in Genesis chapter 6, God only gave you 120, or the universe gave you 120 degrees of perception. That was the Cyclops. So you became the Cyclops, meaning that you only see with one eye on this plane, and you only see on one eye on the next plane. So you have to really concentrate when it comes to certain things. All right, real talk. You have to really concentrate in order to connect with a lot of things, and that's what it's all about. So the Cyclops was very important, and it all connected everything. It literally connected everything. So that's the twin of 23 is 20. Even though I'm saying 23, you can think about it and say, oh man, yeah, 20. Okay, yeah, all right, bang. I get it. I get what you're saying. The Cyclops, one eye. Cyclops, one eye. And then the number 20 in the Messiah code is called Muminun. It's called Muminun, or one of faith, because it's like you operating in darkness and faith. You literally seeing with one eye, or both eyes closed, literally. So you able to see with an inner eye. So you literally still with one eye. So that's why they connected. So that's why I want y'all to understand these numbers when they go through the cycle of 1 through 31. I can tell you all these things when it comes to these numbers, and just break it down and just connect all the dots and tell you how they related to each other. All right, and this is our story right here, because it represents every day that we live in, and this is the energy of today, 10/23/27. all right, the spirit, or the breath of the Cyclops, in the Holy Spirit. All right, in light of the Holy Spirit. Listen how I'm gonna break this down. So now you got 23, like I said. And then we're going to go back to the 616. I'm telling y'all, the 616, anytime y'all see the number 616, it represents a test that you have to go through in life. Everybody had to face this test. Everybody that was a Messiah or that got in God's army had to face this test. Now, I told y'all people, y'all had 3 ways of how you was in God's army, and 3 Sams. You had to pick one. You had to pick a Sam that you wanted to be in. Whether you wanted to be Samson, whether you wanted to be Samuel, or you wanted to be Uncle Sam. So you had to pick either Sam that you wanted to be down with. All right. So now, what I tell y'all, if y'all see the number 616, in any light y'all see 616 or 161, it represents you in the lion's den, or you going through something, trial and tribulation. I'm gonna prove this to y'all. I'm gonna prove it in the codex. Listen. So now, like I said, Delilah said to Samson, she said, yo, tell me. She said to Samson, and Delilah said to Samson, tell me, I pray thee, wherein thy great strength lieth, and where thou mightest be bound to afflict thee. So she basically looking for the man's strength in the 616. I'm telling y'all, when y'all going through the 616, they going to ask for your strength. They going to ask you, well, where you getting your power from? Where the hell you know all this knowledge? Well, call on your God. Call on your God to help you. Well, they going to test you all the time in the 616. And it's up to you to break and get through it. It's up to you to break and get through the matter. Literally, they going to test you all the time. So what you going to do about it? You going to tell them the answer where you going to get your strength? No. You just going to prove to them that you have strength. Trust me on that. So now I'm going to take you to another 616. Everybody that's in God's army, I'm going to take you to another 616. Look, and moreover, when ye fast, be not as the hypocrites of a sad countenance, for they disfigure their faces, that they may appear unto men to fast. Verily I say unto you, they have their reward. All right? Don't tell nobody your strength, man, when you pulling it from within. When you pulling it from within, from the Most High God. Listen, the Most High God got you, man. You don't got to tell everybody. You don't got to let everybody know nothing. You just move and you just tarry too. Trust me on that. If you move and tarry too, you will get your reward. You will get the reward that you are seeking in the 616. In the 616. Ladies and gentlemen, gods and goddesses, kings and queens. The 616 always represent somebody trying to test you in some sort of way. Trying to see your power. Want your face to disfigure. And want you to feel like you low when you trying to be on a high because you giving it all to the universe. Or you giving it all to God. And you feeling like you want to be something better. And you want to be something great. Trust me on that. Don't let them tell you you cannot be great. Trust me on that. That's why this is all about Messiahship. That's why it's all about Messiahship. Let's move on. Another 616. Another 616. And then the king commanded. And then they brought Daniel and cast him into the den of lions. And now the king spake unto Daniel, thy God whom thou servest continually, will he deliver thee? Literally, will he deliver thee? Yeah, I'm playing with the code. I'm tweaking with the code. Only thing I'm doing is playing with the numbers. It's the 616. Back again. It's the 616 back again, where somebody try and test your energy, try and test the might of you, trying to see how strong you are, trying to see what type of ability you have. Think about it. The 16 so happens to be the scientist, so that represents the analytical thinker in the Messiah Codex, and then the 6 represents the gift and the curse. So you already know what it feels like when you got the knowledge of self, and when you know certain things. They always try to test you, and they always try and take you and put you back in a goddamn 616, in a goddamn lion's den. But you know what? I'ma tell you, with all these lions that's fighting, with all these lions trying to put you in the lion's den, with all these goddamn lions that want to be fighting and want to be in your way, I'ma tell you one thing, honey. With all these lions, they want to put us up against our own. Everybody that look like you, that think like you, they want to put you up against your own and say, you know what? That's the oppositional force right there. And you like, for real? That person thinks like me. They say, nah, he got beef with you, honey. That person doesn't think like you. That person got beef with you. So you become the real grim reaper of your own brother and sister, and of your own movement, and of your own cause, and of anything that you want in life to be better. Literally, you become the own grim reaper of it, because they got us looking at each other as the oppositional force instead of each other as something else. So literally, we turning these lions into cubs. Trust me on that. They becoming our friends, where we can hug up with these lions. They say, really, the lions are wild. Don't go to the jungle. We say, nah. The lions say, wow, homeboy, I can tame a lion. Real talk. Because what happened when they put Daniel in the 616? Literally, what happened when they put him in a 616? He said, "Oh, you put me in the jungle with these dudes. Oh, you put me in the jungle with these dudes." He said, "Oh, you putting me in the cage with these dudes? You put me in the cage with these dudes? These dudes is pussycats, man. These dudes ain't nothing but pussycats. Put me back in the lion's den again and again and again. Put me back in there. These niggas ain't nothing but pussycats. Real talk. Put me back in the lion's den. Put me back in the lion's den. Slaughter them all the time." Is that really? Yeah. Because when they expected you to make the force oppositional, you made the force, you connected the dots and you tamed them lions. Trust me on that. Let's move forward. So now I'm going to take y'all to the number 23 again, about seeing with one eye open. All right. Look at this. Genesis. This is deep though. I had to take y'all to the number 37 first before I took y'all back to the 23. You say, why you say that, Lamel? Because this is where it literally all started. It started right here. Okay, it says, look, and the eyes of them both were open, and they knew that they were naked. And they sewed fig leaves together, and they made themselves aprons. You say, well, what did the hell this have to do with, this is a fictional story, Lamel. I don't believe in the Bible and all that. Just listen what I gotta say about this in reference to the codex. Okay, now you know the number 3 represents the contemplative door. It represents the contemplative doors. So I want you to think, and the number 7 represents mujahid, or the spiritual warrior. So you know that in the codex. 3 and 7, contemplative door, and spiritual warrior. So now it says the eyes of them both was open, and they knew that they were naked, meaning that they knew their mistakes. You knew what you did wrong and what you didn't do wrong. You get what I'm saying? That's why you went to the 7, because the 3 was the contemplative that made you go down to the 7. So you knew what you did wrong. So that's why I'm trying to explain this in the codex. Shout out to my brother. Yeah, my brother made this beat. Yeah, shout out to Miss Lori. Shout out to New York in the building. Hopefully my brother watching right now. So yeah, that's why it's 3-7. That's why when you read these scriptures, stop reading them like how they want you to read them. Read them from the numbers first. I'm reading it like the contemplative going down to the Messiah. The contemplative person that is basically a spiritual warrior going into contemplation, thinking about himself or herself going into the temple. That's what I'm thinking about looking at 3-7. Okay, which goes back to the 10 command keys or the 10 commandments. All right, so yeah, look at this. Busting this down, it said the eyes of them both was they knew they was naked, meaning that they knew their mistakes. They knew something. So this is the Cyclops, literally, because they was both one-eyed. They was both using one eye, literally, with each other. They was using one eye with each other, between each other. In a relationship, that's how you gotta see things. You gotta see things from one eye. That's why I brought this back to Genesis 3:7 before I even discuss any more about the Cyclops in reference to 23. All right, yeah, when you connected with your mate, y'all on one eye and one accord. The eyes of them both were open. Yeah, them both were open. And look, they saw that they were naked. They saw their mistakes that they do every day. You know we ain't perfect. You know it's certain things that we gotta fix. And with that, we fixing each other, literally giving each other a fix every day. All right, shout out to everybody. So they made fig leaves, literally fig leaves together, and aprons literally to cover their nakedness. And this is all sacred, dealing with you covering your tracks and getting it all together. Okay, so let me bust this down. Now, so in the triangle of today, so happens to be the number 23. All right. The triangle of today so happens to be the number 23. Every time we bust the codex down in reference to the calendar, we give you a square, we give you a triangle, and we give you a circle. We give you a square, a triangle, and a circle. So the square of the month is the 10, and then the triangle of the today so happens to be the 23, and then the circle of the day so happens to be the 27. All right, this is all in connection to the codex. We're concentrating on the triangle. The triangle is connected with your dog sense. This is what I want to let you know. D-O-G, your dog sense, is connected to that. You real talk, your God sense is all connected with that. Because I tell you, your nose, what you knows. Now people say, well, nose doesn't sound like your nose. Those are two different words, Lamel. Well, look at this. In mathematics, you can utilize letters as well as numbers. So in algorithms, you got to listen to what I'm telling you. You can replace letters or words like that, and interchangeably, you can connect the dots and make them mean the same thing. All right, so look, I'm busting this down. I'm busting this down. We entering the realm of the Cyclops. We have now entered the realm of the Cyclops. You say, really, Lamel, why have we entered the realm of the Cyclops? What does that mean, Lamel? What does it mean in reference to life itself? What does it mean in reference to being the Cyclops? And how do we gotta operate in reference to the codex and knowing that we can utilize the power of the Cyclops? I'm gonna tell you one difference about the Cyclops. That's the difference between every other person that literally has a power in a certain sort of way, is that the Cyclops molds its reality the way it wants to, the way it sees its reality. It molds its reality the way it wants to. The way it sees reality, it literally shapes it. It literally shapes it with the fire that is spitting. Now, it came a time where somebody was going to baptize you with water, but it was going to come a time where somebody was going to baptize you with a holy fire. And that holy fire was the realm of the Cyclops. It was the realm of the Cyclops. It was the realm of being a moon, literally being able to see with 120 degrees. That's what the realm of the Cyclops was about, because it was about to being able to mold your reality, to burn a reality, literally to forge a reality. That's what the ability of the Cyclops was about. That's why in connection, it was all about that. And the Cyclops literally put on the glasses the same way that you put on the glasses and They Live, and also in the Matrix. You say, really? Why is that? Because you perceive reality through a whole nother scope. You perceive reality through a whole nother scope. And you know, when you release your glasses and when you take it down, you release the Cyclops, literally. And you start to mold the reality into the way that you want it, into the way that you see it. And that's what I need y'all to tap into in reference to this divine force. That body right there, that body is the network. This body, that body is the network. It represents everything. See, you see where the wrist is? You see the Cyclops right there in reference to the body. The part that in reference to the body where the Cyclops govern is the wrist. And you say, really? Why does the Cyclops govern the wrist? I would think that the Cyclops govern the eye. Yes, figuratively speaking, the Cyclops does govern the eyes, or the inner eye, or the third eye. Alright, it governs that eye. But the Cyclops governs the wrist, because the wrist is where you govern time, is where you see time, is how you see time, literally. It is where you calculate time, is through your wrist. Alright, or yeah, it's all in connection. Alright, so that's why the watch is in connection to the wrist. That's why they crucified the Messiah in the wrist. You say, really? In the wrist? Yeah. So we won't know when the Messiah will come. Right? So that's why I said the Cyclops guard the wrist. Right? So they hit the Messiah. That story of the Messiah being crucified is all symbolic. Listen what I'm telling y'all. So when they hit the Messiah, really, literally, in the wrist, is when the same way when they was gorging his eyes out, so he can't really see nothing. So he had to see with his inner eye. It was the same way that they hit him in the wrist, so we won't know when the Messiahs are going to come, or when, or who is the Messiah, or when the next Messiah is going to come. because it's literally how they broke up the pieces. And you say, really, this is in connection to Osiris. Yeah, Asaru or Ashura, because in Arabia, Ashura means renowned, or those that are renowned, the ancient ones. That's what it means. Or Sora or Asaru means picture. So that's what I'm trying to tell you. It's been broken up in many pieces, and this is all the codex that I'm getting, y'all. So the Cyclops forges its time in space. It forges its own time in space. Yeah, it makes its own time. That's why I told y'all we got our own calendar. We got our own calendar. Because if you see the one that leads the army is one that got one eye. You say, well, why the person that got one eye leads the army like Nick Fury or Odin got one eye? Why do they lead an army and they got one eye? Because it's really symbolic of something. It's not really the fact that that story exists. They always took these stories from something else, and it's nothing but the mainframe consciousness speaking to us, because we live in a world that is likened to a computer program. That's all I can tell y'all, man. That's the only thing I can tell y'all. We live in a world that's likened to a computer program, and I need y'all to literally wake up from the matrix and literally forge your reality through the eyes of the Cyclops, and take the nails out of your wrist, so you can connect the dots and make your own time and forge the time with the codex, and forge the time and forge your time with the codex. All right, real talk. Let's build. Let's build. Y'all want to have a build? Let's build. Okay. So the number 23 is in connection to the Cyclops. Okay. You say, really, Lamel? That ain't true. The elders never talked about this. Well, let me give it to your ass in the codex once again. Let me give it to you once again in the codex. Number 23 again represents the third eye. For the commandment is a lamp. All right, Proverbs 6:23. 6, the gift and the curse. You know 6 represents the gift and the curse. You know that in the codex, which represents 5-2. 5-2, all right, represents the gift and the curse. Look at this. But 23 represents the eye again. I told y'all, represents the Cyclops. Look at this. For the commandment is a lamp, and the law is a light, and reproofs of instruction are the way of light. You see that? That was an inner light inside you that you can see with. This is a third eye connection. This is a third eye connection in representation, or in connection to the number 23, the 23rd verse of Proverbs. All right, listen to me on here. Listen to me. This is in reference to the Cyclops. Yes, it's all in reference to everything, man. I want to let y'all know. The pineal gland, the eye, it looks like an eye of the Cyclops. And that eye connects with light itself. That eye connects with light, and it measures your time here on earth. Really, I want to let y'all know the pineal gland right there, it measures your time on earth. Okay? That measures how much time you will actually receive on this planet Earth. That's why God said, I give you 120 degrees. But you thinking, really, 120 degrees or 120 years? Yeah, it's in reference to the connection of the Cyclops, because 23 or the Cyclops represents the eye, or the 23, it represents the eye or the pineal gland here on the planet. That measures your time here on the planet. Okay? Real talk. Real talk. That measures your time here on the planet. So shout out to everybody that's getting this bill. Shout out to everybody that's getting this bill. We really slaughtering them with this code. So now, what I'm trying to tell y'all when it comes to the 23, they trying to ask you, who's the greatest? Who's the greatest of them all? Who's the greatest? You know, is it this world, or is it that world, or is it the young or the new? The newest 23 or the oldest 23? You know, the better version of yourself or the worst version of yourself? Who's the greatest? Who's the greatest utilizing this number 23? I want to know. Who's the greatest utilizing this number? You know, you are the greatest. You are the greatest. I want to let y'all know that. You are the greatest. You got to deal with concentration, man. The number 23 deals with concentration. It deals with a meditative force. It deals with tapping into divinity. Tapping into being a great one. Being a Messiah type. That's what the number 23 is about. But it's all about the Cyclops in connection to the Cyclops because it's in representation into forging your own reality. Literally. It represents forging your own reality. So that's why the number 23 is in connection to these Messiah types right here. Because these Messiah types, they forge their reality. They don't see it the way somebody else see it. They see it the way they see it. And they make themselves great. And hopefully you can be a great one also. Real talk. And they can measure you among the greats. So now we're going to talk about the number 23 again. I told y'all it represents the Cyclops. It represents your third eye. It represents seeing with your third eye. Let's do it again. I took y'all to Proverbs chapter 6:23. I'm going to take y'all to Matthew 6:23. And I'm going to show y'all how it represents the inner light or the inner eye that you see inside you again. Yeah, you already know its power. So look at this. It says, but if thine eye be if thine eye be evil, and thy whole body shall be full of darkness, if therefore the light is that in thee be darkness, how great is that darkness? Let me read that again. But if thine eye be evil, thy whole body shall be full of darkness. If therefore the light that is in thee be darkness, how great is that darkness? So this again is talking about the inner light that you got to shine in yourself. The third eye connection in representation to the number 23. Look, let me tell you something. When you in opposition, when you in this fight, you got to come in literally blindfolded. Literally, you got to be ready or prepared to come in blindfolded. And you got to be prepared to defend yourself blindfolded. You don't know where the next oppositional force is going to come from, honey. That's why the Cyclops is so important. Because look, the Cyclops of today, or the triangle of today is 23. So it operates with your nose. So you utilizing your nose to see things as well as your ears to see things. Listen. Your ears ain't covered and your nose ain't covered. So you can see with your nose, those what you knows, and that what you hear. Being here. All right? Real talk. It's all in connection to everything. So when you moving through the mainframe, you got to be prepared to operate in blindness, in literal darkness. In literal darkness, you got to be prepared. So the number 23 makes you prepared to operate in darkness. All right, in all activities, you got to be prepared to defend yourself. Trust me on that. You got to be prepared for the fight in all ways. In all ways, you got to be prepared for the fight. So the number 23 prepares you for that. All right, like it says, but if thine eye be evil, if thine eye be evil, thy whole body shall be full of darkness. If therefore the light is that in thee be darkness, how great is that darkness? I need y'all to shine. I need y'all to shine. This ain't nothing about blackness. This ain't talking about blackness or talking about anything evil with melanated people. But what I want to let y'all know, it's about the disparity of darkness. All right, it's the disparity of darkness and how people take it. They don't know how to defend themselves when they in darkness, so they can see in darkness, so they can be able to do the right things. Literally do the right things and be what you need to be in all ways. So this body right here has a connection to everything. This body connects everything, everything that's in reference to the codex. And the codex literally represents the tree, or what we call the family tree. All right? The body, look at that body, y'all. Please examine that body. Please dissect that body right there. Everything that I talk about every day is nothing but this one page right here. Look, the elders gave me one stone, literally, to slay Goliath. Literally to slay Goliath, to open up the third eye. They hit him right there in the smack in the head. 1 page. The elders gave me 1 page, and I explained everything in the codex from y'all to y'all from 1 page. From 1 page. 1 page. Alright? So now I want to tell y'all about another thing to tap into. Alright? In reference to the codex, as far as the number 23 is concerned. Now, if you look right here, you'll see that a person is being led by a dog through an underworld. Now you say, Lamel, you know, this is a whole bunch of metal netter and hieroglyphics. I don't read this stuff. All right. So let's just look at the picture for a second. Let's look at this. So you see the dog leading somebody. All right. The dog is leading somebody. Then the dog is weighing somebody. The person's heart and the person's in a feather right there, and then you got somebody writing it down, and then you got the dog turning the person over to somebody else who leads the person to somebody else. All right, so you can just obviously see that right here. You can just obviously see it and say, okay, so the dog is the first person that leads you. So you say, really? Yeah, the dog sense, or the God sense, because the God represents the triangle, the dog, because the dog is the innate ability to utilize what you knows, literally utilized in the sense of psychometry, which is to smell. It's literally to smell. You say, really? To smell is to utilize an extrasensory perception called psychometry. Basically, when you touch something, you can you know what happened. So you know how when you smell something, you know what a person did. You can tell if they smoked or whatever. You can tell they did something. So a lot of times, your smell was connected also to your memory too. So this was also connected with God. All right. So God and the dog was symbolic if you had dyslexia, in reference to God being a dog deity. Okay, so the dog or God was leading you in blindness the same way that the dog leads a blind man. Now, I told y'all before, I broke this down with the Cyclops. I said, man, you literally utilizing your third eye. So you literally like a blind man operating in darkness. So if you operating in darkness, who's going to be your best friend? The dog is going to be your best friend. All right, the dog is going to be your best friend. So yeah. You know what I'm saying? The dog leads you to the places, and that is God. That is what you call God. But we know that the universe connects all these things. We know the universe connects everything. So this is all just an anthropomorphic explanation of what the universe does for you and how the universe connects with you. So now you see the dog right there leading this person into where they gotta go. Okay, and that's the God sense, so you can be measured. Now you got somebody ready to eat you up, just like always. I told you, you're gonna go to the 616 when you the Messiah. But right there, the dog is assisting the whole situation. And like I said, it represents blindness. It represents the fact that you can operate in blindness, because the dog it's not judging you. It's not judging you how people think about you or how you look. If you look good or if you look pretty, if you whatever. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. All right, real talk. So let me move forward. The Quran. I told people this. I said, man, look, the number 20 in the codex is Mu'minun. Mu'minun. If you go into the 23rd chapter of the Quran, go see what chapter that is. It's called Mu'minun. Alright? It means faith. Those who are of faith. Now I'm going to give y'all something special right here. Shout out to everybody, but you already know what it's hitting for. I'm going to give you the 131 on here. Shout out to everybody that's a part of the codex. The 131 represents your higher consciousness. Okay? All 3 in 1. All 3 in 1. Okay? Now, mu'minun, it literally represents you holding on to the rope of Allah. But when people thought they was holding on to the rope of Allah with their hands, they wasn't holding on to the rope of Allah with their hands. They was holding on to the rope of Allah with their feet. Literally. Because it's called a tightrope. A tightrope. Because you holding the rope tight. You holding the rope tight. Listen what I'm telling y'all, man. Listen what I'm telling y'all. It tells you to hold on to the rope of Allah. Hold on to the rope of Allah. But the rope that you think you was holding on to wasn't the rope that you, it's called a tight rope. It's called a tight rope. It's a rope that you walk on. It's a fine line. It's a fine line that you walk on. So you literally got to operate and see like a cyclops. You got to see like a cyclops. All right. So listen how I'm breaking this down. Yeah, I baptize you with water for repentance. But it's he who is coming after me, who is mightier than I, whose sandals I am not worthy to carry. And he will baptize, or she will baptize you with the Holy Spirit and with fire. Didn't I tell you the Cyclops forges its reality? And that's the fire of seeing things with one eye or with the third eye. That is the Cyclops once again. That is the Cyclops once again. But what I'm telling y'all, holding on to Allah's rope, it's a tight rope. It's a tight rope. You got to hold on to that rope tight. You got to hold on to that rope tight. Yeah. Surah chapter 23. Take a picture of it. Surah chapter 23. Yeah. Shout out to 311. You already know. You already know, Sister Jasmine. Shout out to 313. Shout out to everybody that's a part of the Codex. You already know. But the 131 represents your higher state of consciousness. And this is once again seeing it through the square. Seeing it through the square because your third eye. Back again, your third eye. Look, your third eye is open. 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 You knows what's going on. You knows what's going on. Your third eye is open. Trust me on that. Slaughtering it. This is real talk. It comes one that comes after me that's going to baptize you with fire, man. It's still 311. Shout out to the Solar Prime Supreme in the building. So I'm gonna bring it back to this, and I'm gonna tell y'all, man, this is a door. This is literally a door. It's a contemplative door. Yo, 7 and 4 are synonymous to each other. When you look at 4, look at 7. 4 sevens. Yeah, the cross. Yeah, 4 sevens. That's a cross right there. It's a 4 sevens. But look at this. 4 and 7 are synonymous because the fourth solar prime so happens to be 7. You got 2, 3, 5, and then 7. So 7 hits on the 4th beat. It hits on the 4th beat. So listen. 7 hits on the 4th beat. So it's synonymous to the number 4. It's synonymous. That's why I want to let you know, when you get on all fours, you getting on your throne. That's why you getting on your 7. Certain people can't go down, so they sit in their chairs and pray, in the wheelchair and pray. That's still you being on your 7 because it hits on the 4th beat. The 7 hits on your 4th beat. And also when you was on your throne, you was on your 7. So this is why I'm trying to let y'all know how we connecting the dots on here. Yeah, the 7-Eleven. Yeah, 7-Eleven. That's God's store. It's open always. 7 plus 4 equals 11. That's God's kingdom. The K, vitamin K. Yeah, the 19th element. Everything that flows between the 1 and the 9. That's why I'm trying to tell y'all. All these numbers literally connect up. All these numbers connect up. Shout out to the family, man. Shout out to the family. Peace to everybody. I want to let y'all know we doing big things. We doing big things. Shout out to the foundation. Shout out to the Divine Minds. Shout out to the Purple Heart Squad. Shout out to the Dracula Squad. Shout out to the Suicide Squad. And shout out to you if you in the building. Alright? I mean that. We doing big things. We connecting the dots. And we doing big things with our family. Alright? Hopefully you there, man. Hopefully you there on June 1st, 2019 of the Gregorian calendar in Newport Beach, California. Hopefully you there. It's going to be a blessing to connect with people. It's going to be a blessing. So I'm done to build. If y'all got any questions, let me know. I'm done to build. If y'all got any questions, let me know. Shout out to everybody that's committed to the 90-day water fast. We are actually in day 27 of the 90-day water fast. We are in day 27 of the 90-day water fast. Make sure your water has a 9.5 pH level. Make sure your water has a 9.5 pH level. Any questions, let me know. This was this was about the Cyclops. This bill was about the Cyclops. Let me go about that. Let me go. This bill was about the Cyclops and how we connect everything in reference to the Cyclops and what it means and how you forge reality through your eyes. Put your water up. Put your water up. Shout out to everybody that's committed to the 90-day water fast. Today's bill is 10/23/27. So you know it represents the Holy Spirit. 27 represents the Holy Spirit. And you have to be baptized by the Holy Spirit. And the Holy Spirit can baptize you with water or fire. But you have to see it through the eyes of the Cyclops. You have to see it through the eyes of the Cyclops. Right? So peace to everybody that was a part of this build. It was beautiful. It really was beautiful. Hopefully y'all really got something from it. Y'all really got something from it. Real talk. So you already know, 747, 24/7, 361 degrees. Somebody got any questions, let me know. Put it in the chat room. Put it in the comment section before I get off.
And in time.
Right. Put it in the chat room, put it in the comment section before I get off, y'all. When y'all see these numbers, please make sure y'all really take just look at these numbers hard. And please get your latest book. If you haven't got your book, we have a link in the description column. You can get your latest book from Lazarus Lamel and also from the Codex team. You can get it right there. The link is right there. You can donate anything to the movement. I'll send you a book. I'll send you a book. Alright, the newest book out right now is called The Introduction to Magic and Divination. It's actually a great book. I think it's a book everybody should have. Everybody that's a part of the Codex is a must-have. You must have it. It ain't nothing about it. I don't think you can be a part of this squad if you don't really have the book. Or if you don't, if you want to learn something about this, if you don't have that book. That is the 1-for-1 hand manual. That is the 1-for-1 hand manual. Trust me on that. Like, I break everything down from this page right here every day. So, you know, yeah, it's a codex, but you need a hand manual to this. Trust me on that. It's a program, but you definitely need the hand manual to it. Alright? So shout out to everybody that came through. You already know what it's in for. 747, 24/7, 361 degrees. Shout out to my 1221s. I love you. You love me. Me is we. Shout out to my 911s making that phone call to Ascension. My 717. You already know. My 171s they already know God's store is open all day, all night long. Facts. Alright. Shout out to my 141s, man. They know the 411. Literally, my 414s, they know the 411. So shout out to you, man. Everybody that knows the code. Everybody that's in a 616 right now, in a lion's den, in a fight right now, trying to make it to Newport Beach, California, June 1st through the 7th. Trying to make it there. Look, I'm going to give y'all the phone number. You can get a hot ass ticket for the low. I bought a ticket for $100. If I can buy a ticket for $100, I'm pretty sure you can get a ticket for the low ski. Only thing you gotta do is just tell them what you want to pay. Real talk. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna give you the number. Just tell them I want to pay this. I'm not paying nothing else. Tell them I want to pay this, and I want to come there that date. You got plenty of time. It's 3 fucking months. While you got a couple dollars, pay for your ticket to Newport Beach, California. While you all tax happy, all crazy, get your ticket. Get your ticket, yo. And what I would suggest is you pay for a one-way and a one-way. If you want to be real about it, if you want to do it cheap, pay for a one-way and another one-way. Alright? That's what I suggest. Once you pay for your ticket, all you gotta do, that's it. That's it. That's all you gotta worry about. After you pay for your ticket, it's over. It's over. It's over. That's it. It's over for me. I don't know about you. Sayonara, I'm there. I'm there. Man, I know what it's hitting for. I know what it's hitting for, man. All my people, we gonna have a good time. We really gonna have a good time. We going to the top of the world. We going to the top of the world. We going to many places. We going to many places. And hopefully Camouflage Rose can be a tour guide. She can be one of the tour guides. That would be cool. I would appreciate that, to be honest. I would appreciate people like Camouflage Rose would be one of the tour guides. I know Brother Owen, or Brother O'Mail, he's actually going to baptize people. He's going to do the job of baptizing people in the name of the Most High God. He's going to be baptizing people. So we got 89 days left. 89 days and counting. 89 days and counting to Newport Beach, California. Hopefully, you're going to be there. It's cheap. It's cheap, yo. It doesn't cost that much. It doesn't cost as much as you think it costs. Trust me on that. It doesn't cost as much as you think it costs. Just spend that money while you got it in your hand. And get it done. Get it done. I want more people pulling out their plane tickets. More people pulling out their plane tickets. Oh yeah. I want more people pulling out their plane tickets. June 1st through June 7th. Hopefully you will. So that's all I gotta say, man. Be the Cyclops. Forge your own reality. Don't let nobody tell you what you can be. How you gotta see things. You are the Cyclops. Bow. Take off the glasses. So you can forge your reality. Literally. Alright? That's all I gotta say, man. You know, 1122, we in room 112, where all the player haters love to dwell. I love y'all, man. Shout out to my 1221. You already know. Control